Welcome to Road to Pro episode 5. Today I'm going to be doing a full day of shredding for you guys, full day of cutting, I guess you can call it. It's similar to my previous diet actually, where I do 6 meals a day. The structure is the same, but the difference is in the calories and the carbs are a little bit lower, and obviously the food is different too. Keeping it pretty simple today, just going through what I eat. Also going to be showing you guys a chest workout, so it'll be a chest workout voiceover. So if you guys have been following me for a while now, you'll know that I've been eating the exact same breakfast probably for about like a year straight now. I'm still not tired of it. So basically what it is it's just eggs, egg whites, and malted meal with blueberries. So currently boiling the water, what I do is 2 cups of water, and I do just under a half cup of malted meal. And then what I do for the eggs is I do 2 eggs and 3/4 cup of egg white. So with my cream of wheat, I season it with honey as well as just salt, and then I put protein in there. This is Bluestar Nutraceuticals. Use code Jason for 10% off. I use vanilla cake batter protein. Now for the eggs and everything else, I season it with Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. It's just basically got everything in there because I like the garlic flavor of it. So I put this on my steak, I put it on my asparagus, my vegetables, my chicken, my eggs. And another thing that I put on everything is Frank's Red Hot. It's because it's got 0 calories. It's not actually 0, it's probably like below 5 calories, but I'm allowed any sauces below 5 calories. And I put on my eggs as well as I use it for my chicken. So this is my first meal. It's probably my favorite meal of the day, especially with this. It tastes like basically like dessert with the blueberries in there, and the protein makes it super sweet. But I'd say this is around 500 calories, about 50 grams of protein. And Janella has her McDonald's breakfast. We got her hotcakes with sausage. And now she's micing. Now she's micing bacon.
No movie in it.
So I forgot to go over my macros for the whole day with you guys. It's around 200 grams of carbs, 30 grams of fat, about 160 grams of protein, and about 2,500 calories. Also, if you made it to this point in the video, make sure you subscribe and leave a like too, because most people don't even make it this far. Next little snack we have between the breakfast and lunch is 1 large grapefruit. It's just good to get, enough fruits and veggies in your diet, and grapefruit has a lot of health benefits. But I actually like to add a little bit of salt to it because grapefruit kind of has like a bitter aftertaste, so it kind of balances that out. So for meals 2, 3, and 4, it's super simple. It's just 6 ounces of chicken and 6 ounces of potatoes or rice. I'm just gonna go with rice because I had potatoes for the first part of my prep every single day. I got super tired of potatoes, so we're just gonna be doing rice, and then also vegetables on top of that too. So chicken and rice, classic bodybuilder diet. So basically I eat pretty much every 2 hours. So my first meal is like around 8 a.m. My next meal is around 10, noon, 2, and then I go to the gym. And then after the gym I have 2 more meals. So my 4th meal is my pre-workout meal. But the reason why I eat so frequently throughout the day, every 2 hours, is because your body absorbs the nutrients a lot better that way, and the protein. I used to just have 2 meals a day. So I used to have my breakfast, which I had earlier, and then I'd wait until after the gym and eat after that. But ever since I got a coach, I've gained a lot more knowledge about diet and the importance of eating small meals throughout the day, just because it optimizes your protein absorption. And then you can also eat a lot more calories because it actually speeds up your metabolism. So I've been eating a lot more, yet I'm still leaner than I was on my last prep. So what I do with the frozen chicken breast is I just defrost it in the microwave for a little bit. I don't completely de-thaw it, but I just do a small little time in the microwave. So you can see that the chicken is basically still frozen, but it's thawed enough to where I can cut through it, and it still maintains its shape. I actually like cooking it like this a lot more because you can cut really thin pieces, and I prefer my chicken to be cut like that, because when it's completely thawed, it's, you know, a lot slimier. It's just harder to cut the way I like it. I like to use coconut oil because it's got kind of a more of a sweet taste to it. Kind of adds a little bit of flavor to the chicken, and it is considered a healthier type of oil. So you can just cut it a lot thinner when it's still somewhat frozen. Whenever I cooked frozen chicken, there's always like these little pieces of fat that come off, usually when it's frozen. And what I do is I just pick that out and throw it in the trash. Yeah, season it with Kinder's Butter Steakhouse, and I also like to use some onion powder, my favorite seasonings. One of my favorite things to do is to mix up the G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce with the Frank's Red Hot sauce. Perfect dipping sauce for my chicken. So we got our next meal right here. We got our chicken and rice, and then we got our delicious little concoction here with the Frank's Red Hots and G. Hughes barbecue sauce. I ran out of broccoli, so today we're gonna have to replace it with this green drink supplement from Bluestar Nutraceuticals. Get your greens. Code Jason for 10% off. But yeah, it tastes really good. But sometimes I feel like some people tend to make their diet like pretty miserable, especially bodybuilders. They kind of brag about how they just eat chicken, broccoli, and rice, and it sucks, and they have a lot of discipline. But you can actually make your food enjoyable, because most people, I feel like with chicken especially, they just cook the entire chicken breast without cutting it, and I feel like it's just not as good that way. I like to chop it up and put seasoning on it, and then, you know, dip it in like a good sauce, and it makes it a lot better. Today is chest day. So first, what we're doing are dips. You can do assisted dips or bodyweight dips. I prefer body, but we're doing 4 sets of 20. And something to keep in mind is to keep your body hollow, keep your chest forward so you can target more triceps. Next, we're going to the pec deck. You'll be surprised how many reps we do here. We do 4 sets of 30. So this workout is probably different than what you're used to. So there's a lot of volume. So yeah, 4 sets of 30 here. Get some chalk, getting ready to lift some heavy weight. Okay, now we're moving over to dumbbell incline press. Here I'm doing 4 sets of 15. I got the 90s here. I think I barely got 15 reps, so I had to move down to the 80s with this. You feel pretty fatigued after hitting those 4 sets of 30 with the pec deck. From there, you actually superset in between each set with push-ups until failure. Just take a moment to look at those striations on those triceps though. Yo. So yeah, push-ups until failure, 4 sets in between those incline dumbbell presses. Next, we're going to incline dumbbell fly. You have to drop the weight a lot on these, because the way I do it is I go all the way up on the bench to where my shoulder blades are hanging off the top, so I can get a better stretch, because when your full back is on the bench, you don't have as much flexibility. Your shoulder blades get stopped by the bench, so you have to lean all the way off of it to get a good stretch. Next, we got you can do a machine press, whether it be upright or laying flat. I was pretty weak. Usually I do 3 or 4 plates, but just doing 2 plates. Go until failure, and then do a drop set. I took off 1 plate on each side of 1 plate, changed the grip, and I did 4 sets of 15 of this as well. We're going to do some cable flies to finish off the workout. We're doing, again, 4 sets of 15, but also doing drop sets. So 15 reps until failure, and then drop the weight. Do that 4 times. Then a little bit of posing. Crazy chest workout since I had so much volume. But yeah, currently about 28 days out from my competition. Feeling pretty lean and full. A lot better than my last competition. I was really, honestly, pretty skinny last time, but This time we're bringing the fullness and the shreds. So I'd say I'm around about 7% right now, 7% body fat. And now let's get to the rest of a full day of eating, next 2 meals. Just got done with my workout. Now we're going to be cooking some steak. I'm gonna make this quick because we're gonna go to, it's kind of like Top Golf. It's called Big Shots. It's like a new golfing spot where you just hit golf balls. So we're gonna do that here in like 30 minutes. So we are making some steak, and what I like to do is I like to stab it with the fork. So then when I put the sauce, on it, it will absorb it like Worcestershire sauce. So to make it extra tender. This is just a top sirloin. I like sirloin and bottom round steak because they both are actually pretty cheap. Like, they're not very expensive when you get them from the store. Probably the cheapest steaks. Plus they have like the least amount of fat, so they're considered more of a healthy steak. Worcestershire sauce, yes, one of my favorite sauces, especially for steak. Just drench that thing. I also add the Kinder's buttery steakhouse and some onion powder. Cook it for a good 2 minutes, medium heat. Flip it. I'm gonna be eating this steak today and saving this one for later. Once it hits about 2 minutes, I add it to the air fryer, 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. Alright, so we got our steak right here. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'm only gonna eat 8 ounces of it, so I need 8 ounces of steak. And I usually have asparagus with this, but I don't have time to cook it because I'm gonna go pretty soon. So I'm going to make asparagus with my last meal. Dang, she gorgeous. Good choice.
The big boy.
Show us how it's done.
You got the big boy, dude.
Hey! We have a ball of cheese with, what is it, a cheese ball covered in hot Cheetos. 1 out of 10, what would you say?
Hot Cheetos. 10.
10 out of 10? Jason, can't have any of this. We got some michelada. I can just look at it and smell it. We have the driver. I got lessons today by the pro. This is how you grip it. Interlock. Now I can hit it twice as far over the neck. Alright, so we just barely got back from golfing. It's literally like 11 o'clock right now, but gotta get my last meal in. So what we have here are, we got 2 eggs and 3/4 cup of egg whites, and then I also put some red hot sauce in there, and then also 3 ounces of avocado. So I just mix it in with the eggs. So yeah, that was my full day of eating. Thanks guys for watching to this point. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I didn't show 2 of my meals because they were the exact same. So from meal 2 to meal 4, 2, 3, and 4 were all the exact same thing. So you just saw me eat the first one, which was just the chicken and the rice and the vegetables. If you guys have any questions or if you have any input, feel free to comment down below. We'll see you in the next one.